Okay, it's recording. Stop making nasty noises. Theme song, theme song, theme song.
When wife gives you lemon.
Why'd you look at me like that?
Oh, I was scared.
You look like you were scared.
I was scared. It was like all of a sudden there was a light on me, and I was like, "Oh, I'm on. Gotta go."
You gotta fight for your right to paw.
Shove it in a little deeper.
Yeah.
Well, know what you just did? You just crammed it in there.
You liked it.
Get me right out of the gate.
You liked it.
Welcome back, all four of you. We appreciate the 4, at least, downloads. I mean, if you listen or not.
Well.
Although I did, remember I told you I talked to a guy at the track the other day.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, I hear somebody at the door.
Yeah? Our door? Like the front door or the bedroom door?
The door.
It's probably the dog.
So anyway, he goes, we were saying something, and I go, yeah, I'm fucked up. I'm just a fucked up human. And this guy goes, yeah, I've heard his podcast. And this is like kind of a random guy. Like I know him, but like, we're friends on Facebook, but we're not like, hanging out.
Right.
And it was like, oh, he said that with like a looking at me in a whole different light kind of guy.
Now, I have a question. Do you think maybe the reason nobody's taking our offers on our homes is because...
house update? We don't have one.
One of these days, you're going to be all, house update? We have one. And you're not going to know what to do.
I'm still going to say we don't have one until I actually lay my head somewhere over on one house.
Okay.
You know what I meant?
I feel like you're panicking this whole...
No, that wasn't any part of panic. I just didn't say what I meant.
Oh, okay. Well, excuse the hell out of me.
You're excused.
Okay, well, update. The doctor started following our Instagram page, so I'm fired.
You're not fired, but I am definitely asking the doctor for a Hong Kong special.
I might have to start giving Hong Kong specials if I get fired or if we get a home. Yeah. Anybody want it?
Giving me Hong Kong specials.
Because you haven't asked for it. Oh, my God. The other night, I told you this, but the other night I was sleeping, and normally, like, when you want to sex, you, like, bump me.
Yeah, you poke and get poked
yeah,
in the
you
back.
bump, and if I bump back...
That's a standard man move. Poke you in the back. Let you know that there's something going on back here that you should probably just let it happen.
Well, no, and if I lean back, then it's on. Like, it's like Mortal Kombat. Fight. But, so...
Do you? Yes. Do you? Yes.
So, I got all excited, and I reached back, and it was fucking Farley's foot.
You're like, damn, he's a furry cock. What the hell is that?
No, I knew exactly what it was a minute, but I was like, oh my God, I was just coming on to my dog's foot. Yeah.
That's not going to come across very well.
Yeah, it's not. It was embarrassing.
Okay, so something I thought was crazy that I saw today.
Uh-huh.
That they found they caught the biggest Burmese python in Florida, in the history of Florida.
Oh, shit.
The thing was 20 feet long.
That's really long.
Could you imagine a snake 20 feet?
No, because I can't even really imagine what 20 feet looks like. I'm really bad at measurements.
It's longer than our room from wall to wall right here.
Oh, from the window to the wall?
It's more likely from wall to wall in the living room to the other side of the
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and probably like at least
Ew.
a foot and a half around.
Ew.
Yeah, gnarly.
But
like it will eat your fucking dog, your kid, maybe you.
Aw, did you just call me
snakes.
skinny?
Yeah, fuck snakes.
Is that one of the notes? John took notes.
That was one of them. That was it. Because I just saw that on the way home, and I was like, wow, that looks crazy.
That's insane.
And that was stupid. But it's okay. Could you imagine? Like, let's move to Florida, and you're hanging around like near the Everglades, there's just happens. It's just a little python. It's only 10 feet.
I'd be all, it's feet.
When I was in Florida on a job, this was many
I didn't know you were in Florida. You went to Florida?
Yeah, I was there for like 2 months.
Did you see the dolphins?
No, it wasn't football season. It was like early in the year.
Okay.
Maybe it wasn't. I didn't get a chance to see dolphins because when I was there, I'd work like 6 days a week, 6 or 7 days a week, 10, 12-hour days.
Okay. I didn't know you were...
But I did drink a lot, and we were at the hotel. And we'd go to the hotel bar after we got home from work, and then we'd drink. And then... You know what?
What? What?
Nothing. So anyway... Nothing. I was fucking around because I actually forgot what I was talking about.
I don't think you were fucking around. I think you were...
No, I really forgot what I was talking about, and I had to like stall until I found out what I was talking about. So anyway, I go, and what? Why
I'm
are
listening.
you looking at me?
No.
So
it's
one
fine.
of the guys says, "Hey, do you want to go wakeboarding with us?" And I was like, "That's cool. Where you guys go?" And they're like, "Yeah, just down the little fucking lake, like little swamp, fucking Everglade thing." And I was like, "Dude, there's fucking crocodiles and shit down there." Yeah, fuck it. You don't get hurt by them, dude. Fuck you. Never doing that. That was the same trip I actually had real moonshine for the first time.
I've never had moonshine. My grandpa used to make it, but I was too small.
Yeah, dude. He's like, "Yeah, this is real, dude." Poured it on the bar and caught it on fire. And then we all did a shot.
Oh, shit. Man, okay.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing.
No, stop it.
It's weird when you tell drinking stories because it's been so long since you've drank.
And then, there's a lot of those.
I don't have very many. The only one I have is I went and the most drunk I've ever been. I think I told this story. The most drunk I've ever been was I went out somewhere and I got super drunk and I came home and I woke up wearing Crocs. And I've never owned a pair of Crocs in my life.
That's a good night.
Yeah, I guess. Like, I remember.
It's like when you pee on a wall and you don't remember it in the house.
I mean, they were real Crocs. Like, I had like the fake. Why would I pee in the hallway? Oh, I was so mad at you.
Part of the reason I don't drink anymore.
Oh, my God.
That was pretty much as blackout drunk as I get. Or I could get.
So, it was my birthday. It was... I got
your graduation from massage school.
And we had just gotten married. So it was like a party for all of it.
And your brother was there, and we got a keg at noon.
And it was floating by 1.
That was we wrecked that thing.
And I was excited because I don't drink very often. So I was like, I'm going to get drunk. I'm not going to pay attention to life. Like, my mom was here and took care of the kids. Like, I was like, fuck life. I'm going. And then John gets super drunk and he goes to bed, and then I come to check on him, and he gets up. He walks to our bedroom door. We're never going to get a house if people listen to this. They're going to be like, what the fuck? Anyways,
what do they care? I'll pee on their door when they leave.
And then
I'll mark my territory.
He peed on in the hallway. And I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So, and I'm drunk too. So I go and I get a towel and I put it under it so it soaks up this piss. And then he walks to the bathroom after he's done and sits down. And I'm waiting in the hallway and he's not coming out. So I squeeze into the bathroom and I'm like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm going pee. And I go, why are you going pee? You just peed in the hallway. You cannot have any more pee in your body. And he goes, why would I pee in the hallway? And he thought it was the funniest thing.
See, I didn't even remember. So probably didn't happen.
Uh-huh.
You were the only witness.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah, because I'm going to make that shit. You sound like your son right now. Because when I tell him to go turn off his bedroom light when he was little, he'd be all, I did. And I'm like, okay, it's on. No, I didn't. Like,
kids are dumb.
Okay, I have a story.
Speaking of dumb kids?
Speaking of dumb kids.
God,
oh my God, I haven't told you.
Is this ours?
Yes.
Oh, right.
Okay, so, we all know. Okay, Caleb only respects Tyler in this house right now. Tyler is the only person that Caleb likes at the moment. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, so on Friday, when you and Brody went to Bakersfield, I came home and I was like, I got him McDonald's. I was like, listen, I'm going to take a shower. I'm going to put on my jammies. I'm going to sequester myself into the room because I have a deadline. I have to get this book ready. And I was like, do you guys need anything? And no. Okay. So I take my shower. I get in here. And while I'm getting my book all ready, I hear Tyler on the computer. And when he's on the computer, he gets very excited and he talks very loud because he's very excited. And think puppy. And then Caleb was doing something in the kitchen. And I couldn't hear what Tyler was saying, but I heard Caleb go, "Excuse me?" And I was like, that's weird. And Caleb goes, no, what the fuck did you say? And I was like, whoa, because Caleb's saying that to Ty. And I was thinking, Caleb, he's stronger than both of us. Like, please don't. This is going to hurt.
He's getting all puffy.
And I was like,
14-year-old self.
I was like, what the fuck? And he was like, and he started yelling. And he was like, that's bullshit, blah, 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 blah. So then he comes in here and I'm like, hey, what the heck was all that about? And he goes, Tyler was telling everybody that he had COVID last month. And he goes, and I've been to my friend's house, and I told him not to stop telling stupid lies like that, because if he had COVID, then we all would have had to self-quarantine. We all would have had tests. He was just trying to be cool, and it made me mad. And I was all, like, what do you say? Because you know how Caleb wanted to wear a mask in November. Like, this kid, it was paranoid about COVID in November.
He was. Yeah, exactly.
And I was a bad mom because I was like, dude, you're not going to wear a mask. Like,
you're not going to do it here.
He's like, Mom, they're going to shut. He even said it in November. They're going to shut the whole world down. I was like, no, they're not.
Well, I remember going to Supercross in January, and I remember everything going on was in China at the time. And I remember I remember wanting to distance myself a little bit from people as I went into the stadium. Like, I was more conscious and aware of it because of everything that was going on. I was like, man, it's gonna get here. I knew it was gonna get here.
Well,
and that was in January. I just knew it.
Yeah.
And then you watch the way people were just all up in each other and just no personal space whatsoever. Still, nobody, you know what? Nobody still gives any personal space.
I don't know. People are getting better. Like, I forget a lot because I don't go out. I mean, I basically go. Lately, it's been going to work, coming home, and then going and seeing houses where we not kidding.
That we don't get.
I don't want to say that. I'm trying to be positive. I want to be positive and happy. My fucking name is Joy. Like, it should just be ingrained in me, right?
So I do like a daily race every day. You know, I look at these daily numbers, and it's weird because these like corona numbers, like for each state, like California has 856,000 people who are confirmed, cases. Texas is closing the gap. And this is how I announce it too, and we're at work. I'm like, and then Texas is closing the gap. They're at 813 now, and so is Florida. Yes, they're closing in, but they're not closing in very fast, and they're all open.
Florida is all open, yeah.
And most of Texas is open.
Yes.
And they're barely gaining on California, who's closed, but yet our numbers are going up faster than theirs. That makes no sense.
Well, let's talk about happier stuff.
Anyway, I announce the race every day. So California's still winning.
Winning. Okay, so you saw the vice presidential debate, or you heard about it, right?
Well, I was listening to it as I was racing that night.
Well, so Pence, a fly landed on his head, right?
That was the big thing.
Yeah. So my ex-boyfriend, Big Balls, my first.
Big balls.
Fluffy
guy with the big balls.
So, and I remember a story. Stop.
I just gotta imagine like you grabbing a softball and you're like,
it was like,
what the fuck?
It was big. Yeah. I didn't know it was the first one I've been with.
It's like a little pouch with
it wasn't little
tiny thing to spit it out.
Oh, right.
Little pee-pee and big balls.
It wasn't. I don't remember. That was a long time ago. There's been some in-betweens, too, so. Because I'm a slut, remember?
Fucking tramp.
Super tramp.
Well, I only dated sluts, me, really.
But you married crazy bitches.
And sluts.
Anyways, his mom told me a story once, and the fly thing. So he decided he was going to get ready. It was his first day of first grade. So he went and he brushed his hair. And while he was eating, his mom noticed his hair was moving. And he had put so much gel in his hair that a fly landed on it and got stuck in his hair. And it just, the whole Pence thing, it reminded, like, I was like, oh shit. And you're not laughing as hard as I thought you would. Okay, so just call me a slut again. Fine, yay.
I just thought about, you know how you have the Big Red story, right?
Yeah.
You know I have a story similar to that.
Yeah.
Where she lost it in my young 14-year-old pubes.
Uh-huh.
Man, what a fucking nightmare.
Did it burn?
No, but pulling it out of there did.
Oh, he said it burnt. He had like a rash.
Well, yeah, he got it inside his pee hole.
No. I gave him his first blowjob. Well, my first blowjob. And I had gum in my mouth when I started, and I did not have gum in my mouth when it was over. But I didn't remember. But it fell out and landed in his pubes, and it was against his skin, and the cinnamon from the Big Red irritated his...
like left it and walked away like, oh shit, I lost it and left.
I forgot about it.
Like this girl was like, oh shit. And I was like, what? And she goes, I lost my gum. And I was like, oh, you bitch. And she goes, did you just call me a bitch?
Did you call her a bitch?
Yeah.
That's not nice. She gave you a blowjob. You should pat her on the head. And
then her dad came home and I had to run.
God. But no, so he went home and slept. Like, he didn't realize it was there. And then
he was so happy about getting his first BJ.
I don't think it was his first. He wasn't a virgin. I was a virgin. He introduced me to everything. He had already been introduced. But he woke up.
Good thing you got to me. Fix that shit right up.
He woke up and it was burning. And he thought I'd given him something. And then he looked and it was my gum. And he was afraid to go get the scissors because he didn't want his mom to ask him. So he cut it out with fingernail clippers. Because he didn't want to tell his mom. Because he didn't want to be like, hey, Mom, I got gum in my pubes. And he had a lot of pubes, too. Big balls, big pubes.
When you're a kid, you don't know. You don't manscape it or anything. It's all fresh, young, peach fuzzy fucking fluffies.
He wasn't that young.
He was like 15, 16, 17. I didn't start touching mine until I was 18.
Okay, he was 18. I was 17.
Sorry, I forgot you were a late slut.
Yeah. Whatever. 15. God.
Whatever, let me down.
You're kind of being saucy today. And
I am saucy today.
Yeah, I don't like it. You need to stop.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So.
Fuck all that noise.
So, I have a couple things. I forgot. I was talking to a guy who works at COC, and he was talking about like how the nursing students are still there and how they have like cadavers at COC. And it reminded me of the fetal pig story. I think I've told you the fetal pig story, haven't I?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Well, it wasn't my class. I need to mention that. It wasn't my class. It was the class before. We were going in biology in Texas. We were dissecting fetal pigs. And what they do is they insert the veins with blue dye and they insert the arteries with red dye so you can follow them. It's pretty cool. Well, I guess this fetal pig had a deformation or something. I was trying not to. And so the blue dye exploded inside of it because while they were pumping it, and so the teacher goes, "Hey, just go wash it off."
Blue dye exploded inside of it.
Yeah. So, anyways, they went to go wash the pig out, and the water hit the vocal cords, and the pig started to squeal.
Ooh, that's creepy.
And it was and it was cut open. So, anyways, I guess the whole class ran out, and the girl holding it was screaming and crying. And it was just this big thing.
Still can't eat bacon.
Oh my God. But then, so we came in, like the whole school heard about it. We all knew about it because, I mean, a fucking pig was squealing and it was dead. So then we came in and our teacher was like, so there was an incident.
That's hilarious.
And he reminded me of that. And then, yeah, Brody. I think
Brody and his gargle.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I'm sitting on this chair that has big old high arms, and dogs are on either side, basically. One of them's all proud and sitting up, and he comes out. He's all, what is that, your gargle? I go, yeah. Is he just going to sit there and be all... When they does it, though, I was totally thinking that before he came around the corner, and I was like, this is like Ghostbusters. Do you know that's the last movie my dad ever went to in a theater?
Damn.
1980. 1984.
Did you know?
I can tell you the whole story from the word go. Check this shit out.
Checking it out.
In 1984, that makes me 11 years old.
3.
Okay. So at 11 years old, I went to work with my dad, who was a plumber, had his own little business going, and he was working on a house. I remember the house. It was off of Vasquez Canyon, which I can almost even pick the house out.
Damn.
Yeah, crazy, right? It was still framing. It was still just framing then. But anyway, so he'd have the radio going, and the commercial on the radio for Ghostbusters kept coming out, and I was like, I really want to see that. That would be so cool. And then we went home, and he goes, maybe. And then I guess he talked to mom or whatever, and then me, my older sister, and my mom and dad went, and it was cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And then my dad's like, yep, movies are great. Done. And now he's old and watches them at home.
Yes. I have... Anyway. I was going to tell you, my mom and her sisters, because my mom there's 9 kids in my mom's family, 7 girls, 2 boys. And I guess all the girls...
Most of them are douches.
Big douches. But all the girls... They
douches.
don't care. All the girls took my grandpa for Father's Day to a drive-in to see Jaws.
That's cool.
And my grandpa was pissed. He did not like it.
Really?
Scared the shit out of him. He was so mad at them.
I get that. I'm scarred by a movie.
I think all of us are scarred by movies. From a
drive-in. I went to... My first drive-in movie was The Bad News Bears Go to Japan. I'm going to say it's 1977.
Okay, I wasn't born.
So that makes me, about 5 or 6.
Uh-huh.
And it was at the Mustang Drive-In, which is off of pretty close by here. I mean, if the 3 people who know the area, it would be off of Soledad by the bowling alley.
Okay.
So anyway, there was a little place called the Mustang Theater.
Uh-huh.
And we rolled in. We were in a little truck. And I remember it was me and my cousin Bill.
Uh-huh.
And we got little hard hats that said, Bad News Bears on it. And that was the first movie. And we watched it, and it was cool as shit. And then Orca the Killer Whale.
I've never heard of Orca the Killer Whale.
Floating bathrooms and killer whales will never be the same to me again.
What's a floating bathroom?
Some of these lakes and like some of these areas, like they'll have these little floating outhouses, like little swimming areas.
Does it go in the water?
No, they pump them. They take things and pump them out just like they would on an outhouse. But they have these little floating, like if you're out in the lake and you're water skiing, and like Pyramid Lake has them.
I've never heard of that. And I hung out at lakes because I grew up in Madera.
I've seen them.
So we've had I had Eastman, Hensley.
I want to say even Shasta. I think maybe even had them at one point.
We didn't really go to Shasta. We liked Hensley and Eastman the best.
But either way, it's like basically like in like floating bathrooms, or they were. But I remember it was probably like a floating dock or something in the movie. But I remember it as bathrooms because the Pyramid Lake floating bathrooms.
Okay, did you ever use one?
I think I'm sure I did.
Why wouldn't you just pee in the water?
Well, you're a kid. You want to try stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so Orca the Killer Whale. Yeah, it's a real movie, and I never looked at killer whales or the ocean or anything the same again, for sure.
Huh. We went once and we watched The Burbs. The Burbs was the second movie, and I was pretty young, and that one's kind of scared me. I mean, I love it now, Tom Hanks, The Burbs with the creepy people, but the creepy people were super...
What a call, 1977. Check that shit out.
Oh. Ew.
Yeah,
Orca.
Richard Harris. That's right, Richard Harris. Check that shit out. That was cool. I'm going to have to watch that shit. I'm going to look for it. I'm going to look for that shit tonight.
Tonight.
Orca the Killer Whale. Starring Orca.
Oh, I have a girl who works in a nursing home, right? And she said that they have not inmates.
Kind of.
What would you call them? Two residents?
Old mates?
2 residents. Do you know that they call the dead people in cemeteries residents? that creep.
Well, yeah, they live there.
It's creepy to me. I don't know. They don't fucking.
Nicest way to do it.
I guess, but I don't know. That just. Anyways, so they have a resident. One is 107 and one is 105. Anyways, she was telling me she thinks that one of them is super guilty because she's terrified of dying.
Okay.
And anyway, she was walking her in a wheelchair, just pushing her around. And she grabbed her and was holding on to her. And she goes, this lady is an 80-pound lady. And that she bruised me. She was holding me so hard. And she goes, don't let that man take me. Do not let him take me. He wants me. Don't let him take me.
Okay.
And she's all, what man? And she pointed to like an empty wall. And she's like, please take me out of this room. He's going to take me. He's going to try and take me.
Damn. It would be crazy as shit as if she died tonight.
Well, that was like a week ago.
If she died a week ago,
right?
That shit would be crazy as fuck.
But she was crying and like holding.
It's just sitting there waiting. It's all, hey, it's time to go, Catherine.
Catherine's like, no.
I don't want to. I'm 80. I got a whole life in
She's 107.
Oh, yeah. Listen, quit hiding from us. It's time to go.
Why are you and us now? Are you the Reaper? Because that would explain so much of our relationship.
Don't fear the Reaper. I don't know what that was on your end. That was weird. So
don't make that. Stop making that
I have
face.
This little fun fact that I wrote down that I heard today, and it made me laugh super hard.
Give it to me.
And also made me sad for humanity.
Oh, no. This is a very episode.
Actually, I thought it's been fine. You just shush it.
I'm shushing us.
All right. So I found out.
Yes.
Fun fact today that 14% of the people have worn underwear for a week or more.
In a row?
14% have wore underwear for a week or more.
The same underwear?
Yes. How does that make you feel?
Well, I don't know. I don't wear underwear.
45% have said they have wore the same underwear 2 days.
I'm sure I've done that when I used to. I don't even remember when I used to wear
underwear.
That's
or more. You know how crusty that shit's got to be going on in there?
I've seen Brody wear the same Pikachu Stinkachoo. That's the only way we got him.
About grown-ass adults. They weren't going up to little kids going, hey, listen, when you're home in the summertime all week long, are you in your underwear? How often do you change those underwear?
Oh, stop. You're being creepy.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Hey, little boy.
I'll let them know.
Stop it.
It's a survey. I'm sorry. What do you want me to tell you?
We're getting canceled.
Oh, please. We are already canceled. That's why we're doing it in our bedroom.
I can't wait until...
So I just thought that shit was crazy.
That's disgusting.
14%. That's a lot.
That's a lot of...
You know what? That's more people have worn underwear for a week than people who've gotten COVID, if you look at it like percentage.
Oh, God.
I'm just saying. Because we're at maybe 1% of the whole, or 2-3% of the entire United States has had it.
Well, I do know some people who are super superstitious. Yeah. Superstitious who when their team's winning, they'll put on the same dirty ass underwear or the same shirt.
Oh, I used to have a driver suit that I would, if I won, I wouldn't wash it until I lost. So at one race, I think I won 3 in a row at one point.
Ew.
Yeah, you'd open the bag and go, ooh.
Well,
It was bad. It smelled like fucking fuck.
Well, you also wouldn't have sex with me before you went RC racing. Was it art?
It was the night before you go. Yeah, the night before you go racing, you're not supposed to do it because it takes away your focus.
But that's so silly. There's nothing in this world that I'm going to do the next day that I'm going to turn your dick down.
I'm just saying, it's just a stupid dish. It's too
It's a gargle. It's a gargle.
You gargle. So yeah, that's all.
You're a little saucy. You need to unsauce yourself.
Well, I don't want to be fuzzy, so I'm trying to graduate to fucking fuzzy. Fuck saucy.
I said something I said something the other day and your dad's all, what did you say? I called the kids something, probably like little puppies or something. And I was like, oh, they have so many names.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's just like, all the names we have for, like, at work. I'm sure you have nicknames for all the people you...
Yes, I do. A lot of them.
We're like this one, that one. I mean...
Well, there's only...
I can't even say them. Well, I could say the names because you wouldn't know who any of these people are, but I'm not going to say their real names.
But there's only 5 people who work in my office.
Yeah, I see a lot of teachers and stuff.
I mean, there's a bunch of patients, and the patients, some of them, oh my God. I have one patient, her name's just straight up Twatzilla.
Is that what you call her?
I don't like her. I do because and this is going to sound stupid, and I'm not normally like all energy and woo woo woo, but there are times that I do feel energy.
Of course you do. I know exactly what you're saying.
And I work in a very energy filled. Like, I am touching people. I am trying to make them better. I really do, when they leave, want them to feel better. Like,
of course you do.
That's my goal. And it makes me feel good when people tell me I'm the best. And I like it.
Everybody likes a pat on the back.
I like my attaboys. But anyways, I had this one lady, and she's ridiculously rude. And she brings this just dark energy with her, and I'm stuck in that room for an hour, and I shit you not, the clock stops every fucking time, because I'll do her back for like 20 minutes and look up, and it's been 30 seconds. I'm like, what's happening?
And you know what? There's a lady there's a lady at my employment that's like, there's one for sure, and I don't understand what makes you such a mean individual.
And
straight up, like, we did something, we did a lot of the, putting up the, safe barriers and stuff for when kids come back and things like
right.
that. So we put this one up, and look, to be honest, I knew it was wrong because I saw the paperwork. I tried to tell my upper that it was wrong, and he told me basically he didn't care, we're doing it anyway. So it ends up, as soon as it's up, the lady shows up. First thing she does is go, I don't want this. I want what I want. I want this different one.
Uh-huh.
So we end up having to do it, but she threw a fit about it, and she's just so mean about it. If you come in, like, there's 2 of them that work side by side. One of them, she's a total sweet lady. She's always saying hi. She's oh my God, you. She always tells me that for your wife to marry you, she's probably hilarious because she's got to deal with you. I mean, like, she's
a
super
sweetheart.
Hilarious, she's a super nice lady, and she works right next to this lady who's such a bitch. And I said it. She is a fucking bitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Listen. Shh. Listen,
Jonathan.
Linda, listen. Linda.
No. You shushed me.
But you weren't letting me. Just let me finish. So anyway. It's bad enough that the poor other girl who's just going through the probationary period and stuff, I've already seen her outside crying from this lady.
Aww.
Because this lady just sits there and just lays into her and then goes and tells on her. And goes, I don't know what, I mean, she's total douche. But everyone else in the whole place is fine. Why are you so angry?
I don't know. And we don't know what's going on in their lives, but it just...
She's been this, according to what I know from the people who've been there for 8 to 10 years, have said she's always been that way.
And maybe she's got some shit. I don't know. But that just bugs me too, because this lady, she has 2 healthy children. She lives in a very big home. I just want a home. And she has a really good job. It just bugs me. I'm like, why are you so negative?
Well,
and I mean,
right.
but I also
had friends like that have been well off, or even comfortable. Financially comfortable or whatever, and they're still so angry, and you're like, dude, I don't know. We're scraping and clawing, and we're hanging in there. I mean, we still get angry, but we're still hanging in there.
I don't know, and I get it. Like, we've all go through different things, and we only see what people allow us to see.
Correct.
And I don't know. I feel like maybe we should just cut all that shit out. But she's just really negative, and I don't
think you need to cut it out. We just need to go back to funnier.
Okay, and she doesn't tip.
And go. Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, right? I'm like, if you're going to make me stew in your negativity for an hour, at least appreciate me enough.
You should just have nothing but happy music. When she comes in, it's like, It's a world of laughter, a world of tears, it's a world. Oh my God! You know,
There's
remember
so
when we went
share.
to Disneyland?
Oh, yes.
And I don't know if there was so many people or whatever. The boats were super slow going through there that night. And we heard that, they replay the same song over and over in different languages all the way through. But I swear to God, by the time you come out, you're like, I'm going to fucking shoot this place up.
It's a Small World is the longest ride in the world. It is not a small world. And
it's awful. Like, remember, like, you feel the bottom, like, bottoming out. You're like, oh, my God, we're going to get high-centered.
Well, anyways, so the ride was so long that in the beginning, Caleb goes, Mommy, I have to pee. And I was like, oh, we'll go pee after. And he peed on me in the middle of it. And he was upset. But he's a little kid, so we had extra clothes for him. I didn't expect to pee my pants. And he was sitting right on my lap. It looked like I peed myself.
This is like a continuation story from the one that we talked about, the submarines.
The submarines?
It was the same trip.
Was it?
Yep. It was.
Huh.
It was the same trip.
I don't know.
We need to go again.
I don't know, but I did tell you
when the world opens.
Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, I would like to take the kids to Disneyland again. It
would be neat. One more time at least,
Yeah, and then like if we ever have grandkids, I hope we don't have grandkids.
Or if all the kids grow up, maybe just me and you go.
What?
Maybe. That's way down the future.
I know. He's in 4th grade.
Let's not.
And our son, our oldest, will be 20 tomorrow.
Oh my God, 20 years old. That's crazy.
Which means in 366 days, he will be able to drink legally.
That's terrifying.
That's terrifying.
Just him being 20 is terrifying.
I don't know. I think 19 and 20 are like the throwaway years. Because you can't really do... Like 18, you're like, I'm fucking 18. I'm a fucking adult. Boop, 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 boop. But I don't know. I have no idea why I did that.
I was still a cigarette smoker. So when I was 18, I was like, I'm going to go down and buy some cigarettes. And then they didn't card me. And I was like, that's all right. They didn't card me for the last 2 years anyway.
And then, 19...
It's my 18th birthday. And they're all, oh. And they realize they've been selling to you for the last couple of years.
That's weird. You know what's weird is when you see people smoke now.
I remember there was a liquor store, and they had a couple video games in it, and they would sell us kids cigarettes all day long. All day. And we would sit there, and we would smoke cigarettes and play fucking video games in this liquor store.
That's crazy.
It is now.
Oh, my God.
Did I just totally do it? Oh, my gosh.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I didn't mean
That's going to have to be cut.
Oh, my God. You got to cut that.
37 seconds. Okay. The Mongolian.
No, and that's not Mongolian barbecue. What is it then?
I don't know. It's Grand Panda now. 37 seconds. Oh, 37 minutes. Okay.
See, now you're going to cut out even more.
No, I'm just going to cut out just you doing that.
Well, I didn't mean to.
I know, but neither did Shane Gillis.
Oh, my gosh. Now you just made it worse, and now you got to cut all of this out.
Okay. So do you remember that when China Palace used to sell Mai Tais?
Yeah, but now it's not that anymore. It's that...
I mean, they used to deliver.
No, it's a Korean barbecue now, and I still think they all deliver.
Oh.
But it's like an all-you-can-eat.
But it's different now, because coronavirus, as they're allowed to deliver. That was before Caleb and Brody were born. They were delivering, and they were strong.
Oh, yeah, everybody knew that. That was like the shit. You got a Mai Tai from freaking
China Palace, man. Yeah. They were strong. Those were good. I used to go
to one that I remember a kid. It was called Happy Steak.
I remember Happy Steak.
And you'd go inside and you'd sit down and you'd put it. I want to say it was a quarter, maybe a nickel, but they had each table had its own little black and white TV. It was like a 4-inch, 6-inch screen. I mean, it was tiny. Aww. And you put your little quarter in, and you could watch, 2, 4, or 7, or whatever channels it was off the antenna. In black and white, you'd watch, I Love Lucy and shit while you're eating your steak. I just thought that was the greatest fucking shit.
I Love Lucy's a good one. And then I just finished The Ghost and Mrs Muir. It's a TV show from 1968 to 1970. There was 50 episodes, and it's so cute. And there's a movie, and now I'm reading the book because I obsess when I like things. I've seen every adaptation of Pride and Prejudice there is.
Yeah, I get it. We all do. I mean, you find that thing you get excited about, you get into it.
Well, it's another thing, too, is The Ghost and Mrs Muir reminds me so much of my book, Transparent.
I could see that.
And I just, that Transparent out of all the books that I've wrote is my favorite.
Right.
Because it's funny and it's cute. And I mean, Breaking Faith, I love. And it's one of my favorites too, because it's my life, you know, with a rock star instead of a John.
Right. It's a rock star life. I mean,
am I boring you? Are you yawn?
I'm not taking you on tour or anything. I mean,
not yet. Oh my God. How cool would we be if we got to start doing our podcast on? They have podcast tours.
That would be crazy. I don't know if we'd be big enough. We'd be able to fill a bedroom.
I'm filling the bedroom pretty well right now. We have the elliptical. We have all my high heels and shoes.
We have all 3 listeners that kind of...
Oh, did we lose one since the beginning? I don't know.
I probably pissed one off as soon as I said that.
I'm cutting it.
I'm just kidding.
I'm cutting that thing.
I'm just kidding. Don't cut nothing.
I'm cutting that.
You're a cutter.
I am not a cutter, sir.
Yeah. Anyway.
Give me more stories.
That was it. That's all I really had.
Do you have any, like, dissection stories? Anything like that?
I remember dissecting a frog, I think, but barely. I never did anything bigger than that.
Okay. Do you have any scary... Oh, no, we want to wait to see the scary stories for Halloween. We're going to have a Halloween episode, and we're going to talk about, like, all our favorite Halloweens, our favorite costumes, the worst Halloween.
Gosh, I can't even...
Stop, not yet.
I remember our New Year's party, our 99 to 2000 New Year's party was fucking insane.
I got strep throat from 99 to 2000.
You were making out with everybody.
I was just kissing them.
We probably had 200 people here.
In the compound?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool.
We had like 6 or 7 easy ups up.
Uh-huh.
We had 3 kegs.
Okay.
We had 3 kegs, a huge thing of jungle juice, like gallons of it. We had the 2 back garages, A and B, cleared out, emptied, and we had our buddy had a whole DJ set up with music. And we had, like, people were dancing. We had people playing foosball out under the lights in the freaking side. We had a fire pit in the driveway that melted the asphalt.
That's what the hole's from.
That's correct. It was a blast.
That sounds fun.
It was really cool. That was actually the last rager we threw here, like fucking rage.
So, but when was the Halloween party? Because Michelle...
That was pre that.
Oh, that scares me every time. Yeah, it's because it's updating, and it makes me fucking jump every time. Well,
why does it decide to update every week at the same time?
I don't know.
Because in the podcast, you can hear it.
You can hear it in the podcast?
You can.
Oh.
Not loud, but you can hear it.
Oh. Well, it scares me. I don't know. I don't know why he does it.
So, yeah, that party was pre that. We'll talk about that Halloween party during the Halloween episode, because, man, did I get fucking drunk that night.
Did you come home with Crocs? Okay.
No, but it was fun.
Drunkest you've ever been?
Well, I don't know.
Because I can tell the Crocs, that's the drunkest.
See, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I have a drunkest I've ever been.
Well, man, you're no fun. This whole episode.
I was drunk a lot. But like, I mean, passing out in a chair. I mean, I don't. I'm trying to think of like stupid shit that drunks do, and I can't really think anything right now. Not cold.
Okay. Well, we're at 42.3.
Yeah, that's good.
Where I cut it'll be about 42 when I cut that shit out. So
now everybody's always going to want to wonder what was said.
Yep. But we won't be canceled.
And I said the F word. Hard. Nobody likes to hear the F word. Everybody would be offended.
Offended. All right.
So I'm going to slowly say fuck. Again.
Okay.
See? I did. Now you don't have to cut it.
Okay. I'm going to slowly say goodbye.
All right. Well, have a good day. Thanks for checking it out.
Yeah.
We'll see you some more. High five us or something. Do something cool.
No Hong Kong specials.
Joy's handing out Hong Kong specials weekly, $32 for one. If you want the double, it's going to be $60. What gives you a break? The bro deal. Bring your own pet sock and be nice.
I don't. Goodbye.
Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Good day.
Goodbye.
Good day.